What's up, everyone? Whatever, Robert. I'm your host, Robert, and today we're going to show you something different. We're back in Rob's kitchen, and I'm going to show you how I bread my homemade chicken parm sandwich. Easy to do. It's just the basics. Breading, flour, egg wash. And don't forget the chicken. I got my eggs, my flour. Pretty soon the eggs are going to be in here, and this is going to be my breading. So, I'll show you my process. Key trick here. You always keep one hand wet and your other hand for the dry. So if I dab in here, this is going to be my dry hand. Put the chicken in there, use my left hand for the wet, and then dip it in the breading, and then use my dry hand again to do that. That way, no mix gets in there and no mix gets in there and makes it clumpy. Right now I'm just going to crack my eggs. Mind you, when you crack over here so no shells get in your mix. And I know you've probably seen this done over and over again. Since I'm doing 2, I'm going to yield 3 eggs for my mix. You break the yolks, get it on an angle, mix up. That should be your consistency for your egg wash. My breading, just going to fire it in there like that. Get enough because I'm doing 2. Whatever I don't use, I'll discard because this is only $3. So it's not breaking the bank. I got my 2 nice pieces of chicken, thawed out, filleted so it's nice and thick and thin and equally layered. My wife did these. Key advice, get your breading thin on one side and put a lot on that side so you can spread it. First piece of chicken going in the flour. This is my mess hand now, so this here is going to be my mess hand. I'm going to take it, flour both sides, get it in there. You see what I did? I'm not even touching that. I'm using a fork so you could do it that way. You get it all lathered up with the egg. Drop it in your breading. Now my hand's dry. Smash it in there. Take your dry hand, flip it. Look at that. Beautiful. Take that chicken, make sure it's covered. Put it on the tray. Now we got to do number 2. Remember, put your breading again. Nice and thin on this side. Put a heap over there. Put my other piece of chicken in there. I'll use the fork. I'm going to show you that you really don't have to get your hands dirty when you're cooking. Make sure that's all covered in that flour. Then drop it in your egg wash. See, I yielded 3 eggs for 2 of these. Hence, if I had a third one, I'm not making any waste. Get that egg wash on there and dip it in there. Take my breading, get it back over there. Mind you, I got enough breading in here to do 3 of them. But I'm only doing 2 because it's me and my wife. You don't have to pat them down, but I do it. That way that breading gets adhered to that chicken. You can shake it too. But look at that. Beautiful. Put that on the tray. Now if you want, what I do is I like to throw a couple more extra pieces on there. Get it baked on. These two chickens are pretty thin. I set my oven to 400. Now what I usually cook these at is 20 to 21 minutes. Get them done where they're dry, 22 minutes. But on this, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to set my timer for 22 minutes because I'll show you. Now watch, it'll go down to 21. There you go. See how that minute went? So you automatically do it a minute ahead because that 1 minute goes away. So now it's set for 21 minutes. Now what I do with my mess, you can sift this and reuse it, but since it's raw meat, I'll throw that away. I'll throw that away. This here, I can throw away because I still got all that. So there's not that much waste. It's my table. I can wipe that up and be done. So easy. Just like that, my table's clean. Hence, I missed this. This table I had for almost 15 years. It was in storage and I got it back. So now it's in my kitchen and this is what we use. Don't forget our Kaiser buns. I'm going to use this Prego pizza sauce for the chicken parm. Why not? Now don't forget, you already have the oven on. So when the chicken parm is done and you're going to melt the cheese and stuff, put it back in the oven while it's hot. Got my trusty, dusty old bread knife I had when I was a chef. I hope you all out there like my cooking videos. I used to cook for 20-some years, and it was a passion of mine. But it burnt me out a little bit, so I moved on to something better. But I still cook a lot at home, and I have some homemade recipes that I will put out here on YouTube. Drop a comment if you think I should keep these cooking videos going. As I cook, my sexy wife is doing the dishes. 9 minutes left on that nice chicken parm sandwich. In 9 minutes, I went and flipped the chicken over so both sides get done equally. It usually does, but when you bread stuff sometimes homemade, the bottom that hits the pan still is moist, so I flipped mine to get it done. So you might wonder why I'm using this Prego pizza sauce. Well, most pizza places that you get a chicken parm sandwich uses the same sauce as the pizza, even in restaurants. I worked in restaurants where sauce was sauce. There's marinara or pasta sauce. Normally when we did chicken parm, we use both. So it doesn't matter. As long as the sauce tastes good to you and you like it, that's how it makes it. This was my mom's. It always hung in her kitchen. My mom passed away from cancer. Miss you, Mom. Rest in peace, Mom. Getting my bread prepped. I didn't even grab my cheese out yet. What was I thinking? I like to have my cheese out while I'm cooking so it gets room temp. When it's like room temp, it melts better for some reason. I've learned that in kitchens. When you have the cheese all like cold and stuff, takes like longer to melt, but when it's room temperature, man, does it go nice. Cutting my bread over the plate so the crumbs stay on the plate. I pre-take my cheeses out. I'm going to go 2 pieces on each because it's chicken breast. And you want to use a spoon that fits in the jar. So when you pour it, you lather up the chicken. I use a tablespoon because it's easier. You get more with a tablespoon. When it's a little teaspoon, you dip and dab too much. 1 minute, then I'm going to pull them up, sauce them, then cheese them, then put them back in for probably 2 minutes. Once I open my cheese, I like to shake it. Normally all the water's to the top. Getting ready to pull my chicken out. Look at that. Got crispy. Listen to that sizzle. Gonna add some sauce. Lathering it up. Put the cheese on. Now I'm going to put them back in the oven. Now they're back in the oven getting the cheese melted. And that's how they come out of the oven. Look at that. Two of them ready to go. This is still hot.
Smoking damaged my heart. Now I have a battery operated heart pump.
But man, it's
But
big.
thinking this can only happen when you get old. My heart failure happened at 38.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT now.
I wish that Shaq was my real life big brother.
Turns out some wishes do come true. You'll never know. And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. For real, there's nearly 60 years of quality coverage. Go to the General.
Very tasty. Can you see the steam?
Try the #1 rated online casino app today and play it again with up to $1,000 back if you're
It is hot.
Do you suspect your child is being abused by someone you thought you could trust? Call us at 1-888-STEAM07 or text STEAM at 22854.
Superb. Ask my wife what she thinks. What do you think about it?
My husband's an awesome cook, and I give his a definitely 10. It's better than Sincerely's.
Always giving me props. This is whatever, Rob. As I stated earlier, if you like to see more of the Robs in your kitchen, drop a comment, because I have a lot of recipes that I can do, but sometimes I don't film it. So drop a comment. This is the end of the video. I thank you if you watched the whole video. Excuse me. If you like this video, please hit that like button, get that algorithm for whatever Robert going. And also smash that subscribe button, and whatever you do, make it fun. If you're doing a cooking video,